People, today is Thursday, June 18th, 2026. Here's an analysis from the BBC.
The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected the agreement, and the Israeli army continues its offensive in Lebanon, even though on a much lower scale than in the past 3 months.
Okay, and Fawaz, of course, one of the things that is worth noting, I've just seen now on my screen, oil prices have tumbled by more than 3% after President Trump signed that deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Of course, there were many human casualties in this conflict, but also there was an economic cost too, wasn't there?
Absolutely. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. What was the question?
Okay. Sure, there.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, you didn't. Sorry, I lost you as well. I was doing something else at the same. Something was coming in my ear. I'll repeat the question so we can both start from the beginning on that one. I was just asking you about the cost. I was talking about oil prices falling and the economic cost that this has driven, and also just wanted to ask you about where you think that will be going forward, because of course Gulf nations have been hit quite badly when it comes to the economic fallout of all of this.
Well, I mean, what we need to tell our audience, I mean, the Arab Gulf states have been some of the major losers in this conflict. We estimate that Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain have lost almost $190 billion. They really were hit very hard. And I think they played a key part in trying to basically convince President Trump to sign the agreement, in particular Qatar and Oman, and to a lesser extent Saudi Arabia. And I think the big picture here, what I see is that, in fact, the Gulf state now have a vested interest in normalizing relations with Iran, because they can really no longer rely on the United States, on President Trump, to provide security. And they realize that Iran has a coercive leverage. That's the Strait of Hormuz. So what we're going to see in the next few weeks and next few months is really quite what I call Gulf-Iran, Arab-Gulf-Iran accommodation, as opposed to Gulf-Israel normalization. And also, I think the implications of the world economy have been disastrous. I mean, it was ironic yesterday that President Trump tried to justify signing the agreement. He said, well, he was concerned about worldwide depression, economic depression. Well, if the president was concerned, he should have been concerned about it before he launched his war. And here we're in the UK. I mean, the war itself has exacted a heavy toll on the UK economy and the world economy, in particular in Asia, you know, in the Philippines and Thailand and other places. So all in all, there is really relief worldwide that this particular war seems to be coming to an end. I think the only country in the world that really is unhappy, as your correspondent said a minute ago, is Israel, because Israel was hoping to bring about regime change in Iran, not just an end to the hostilities between the United States and Iran.
Okay, Fawaz, thank you very much. Apologies for the sound issues we had a moment ago, but as always, it's great to have your analysis and context on this story. Thank you very much, Fawaz Shershesbeh.